You remember when that song, your boy
Will Smith.
Will Smith came out?
That
At first it was, but you know, over the course of time, when you look back, when these songs come on, like, yeah, okay, it's summertime.
they made it an anthem some type of way.
It was a summer anthem for that time. For that time, you know, Will Smith was still trying to be solely
A hardcore rapper.
he wasn't trying to be. He knew he wasn't a hardcore rapper, but he was just trying to get accepted. This is before I grew up a little bit. You know, you couldn't deny his album sales, his ability, you know, to sell records. You couldn't deny his ability, you know, transform into an actor, have a TV show. Now, a lot of rappers didn't respect. A lot of people didn't respect his rapping, but they loved his TV show.
I liked that album though.
And then also, you know, for a while, for a long time, they liked his movies. You know, except for that first one. He was in love with the boy and the boyfriend.
Gay on that one.
I don't remember all the details, but I remember that. Other than that, Independence Day, that was one of his big blockbusters. Then Men in Black.
You can't deny the man's talent now.
No, you can't deny his talent.
Since the last episode he had, putting his hands on people cheering.
Yeah. Do you think Chris Rock handled that right?
Hell nah.
What you would have did?
You can't even say what you would have did. You got to be in that situation.
So I just slap you right now.
That ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
So the situation is vague.
So, right. Okay.
That don't make no sense.
But what do you believe you would have done?
I'm violent. That whole place probably would have been up.
Well, you're a killer.
With me.
You're a killer now.
I ain't saying I'm killing, but I ain't gonna kill nobody for slapping me. Unless I got a gun on me at that moment. But after the slap, man, it's too much around here.
He was just standing there, so it was nothing he could hit Will Smith with.
Man, how you, man,
all right, so,
chills and all kind of shit. That man wasn't finna just slap me and walk away like that's what you would have did.
In Chris Rock position, it's like you say, I'm gonna agree with you on just this one point. You don't know what you really gonna do until you're in that situation. All right, number two, people who are not black already think we don't know how to act. This reputation of that when we get together,
everywhere we go, and
it's always trouble. It's trouble.
That's true.
It's trouble. As black men, do he give people that are not black more to talk about to say, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about? Or do he take the chance of representing us as a whole and be like, I'm not going to do that? Because he got a lot more to lose. You know, there was security there that could have taken care of that. You know, obviously no security stepped up. So that's another point.
And whatever the consequences is,
that's a point that did not come up in this. Where in the hell was security at? Why there was no security for this man? When violence took place on national TV,
you know why? Because everybody that saw that thought it was a skit. If it's security around there, they not looking at this as like, is this serious or what? They tried to get him up out of there.
Preseason football to me is like, it's just like something that they put out. The players don't even really play. The ones who don't play and the ones who really go hard in the preseason very rarely get the job.
But don't the preseason mainly be for the people that they drafted that year?
Kind of.
It's like the people they drafted, they gonna mostly play them. It's practice.
I didn't get it as a kid, right? Because I remember as a kid when I would be watching my team, I see my quarterback come in preseason. I'm ready. I'm getting hyped. I'm not no sports fanatic, so I didn't understand that preseason was not for the players to be playing full time to get ready. I thought preseason was you're playing to get ready for the regular season, you know, like a scrimmage. You know, I was a kid, we used to go out, when I lived over in Stranahan, we used to go out to Stranahan and watch them scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? Watch them scrimmage, you know, and scrimmage they was hitting. All right, so I saw something the other day about Canada. They say Canada is letting in an average of 500,000 people a year or a month. So let me read to you. They had a criteria though. And what it is Canada is letting in 500,000 people a year, but are vetting for age, employability, language skills, and education.
Them the skills you gotta have?
That's what they're looking at.
How you gonna work? What you could do?
Thank you. What you can do. Does that sound like open borders? We got open borders, man. Just come on in. Come on in.
That's just putting a criteria on people that you want coming in your country.
Right.
That ain't open borders. That's just a criteria.
Okay, so we don't have any criteria.
You could be anybody. Murderers, killers. We want it all.
We want it all.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity.
Yeah.
Come on in and kill our people later.
That's why I say we ain't got no rules and no structure.
What you were saying on the last
In
episode
America,
about we don't stick by our laws like other countries do.
Let nobody come in their country. Go see, could you just go to Russia like that
No,
and live?
no.
Man, you got them people fucked up. You'll be in jail tomorrow. Tomorrow they gonna make it look like you done tried to do something crazy.
So people would say that we would be a racist country if we set up. If we were like, all right, we want to check and see like if people coming in are actually employable. Before we don't just know anybody coming in. We got to a point where okay, we kind of getting full here. You know what I'm saying? And so like, do we need to develop a criteria, or is that inhumane?
But that's how every country is ran.
No,
Just mostly countries is ran like that. Certain countries won't even let us come in there because of what we done did in this country.
as a felon in certain
As a
countries.
felon, that's
as a
what
felon,
I'm
they're
trying
like,
to
nope,
say.
you are not coming in there.
You can't even come. So that's a criteria that's on you for even going there.
Right. That it's okay for Canada
To do that.
to have a criteria. But here we are, right on the other side of it's just south of them, and we're evil if we do.
We do got criteria to get here.
Mm-hmm.
We just ain't looking there.
We do have criteria on paper.
Yeah, on paper.
On paper.
Yeah, you got to. It's
On
a lot
paper.
of stuff, but we not worried about them. We here.
Right.
So we not looking at the criteria
Right. Okay.
to get here.
I just, I was just thinking about it. It's like, there's things I don't understand. I'm not anti-immigration or somebody trying to have a better life. I'm at a loss sometimes when the things that are allowable on one side of an issue are not allowed in the same application in other areas. For example, you remember when they said the children were being separated from their parents and they were being taken one place and they were playing, what's going to happen to the children? The children being separated from their parents. And the parents who were not listening to this, the parents were breaking the law coming into this country, but they were trying to have a better life for their kids. But the kids were being separated from their parents. And you had all these people stepping up, oh, the children, what's going to happen with these children? But in this country every day, I don't see people standing up for saying, hey, it's a different arena. I'm talking about in the court systems where children are being separated from their parents every day. Mm-hmm. Regardless if this is a separate issue now, so regardless whether the parents are guilty of the crimes that they're being sentenced for or whatever, but there's nobody saying what's going to happen to these children that are being separated from their parents and their parents are being sent away forever, however long. There's nobody standing up saying, what about the children? Advocating for the children who are also being separated.
After their parents done did something wrong.
So did something wrong.
But in America, we separate and take.
We separate and take, and it's like, man, basically, kids come in, don't send my mom and daddy to prison. I love them, I need them, and it's like, basically, like, listen, kid, you're on your own. You better hope you got some other family to take care of you, because it's a wrap.
If you don't,
okay, and we fund them. We give all kind of money, medical attention, you name it. But our kids in this country don't get anything.
what that go to show you?
I'm not gonna say what it showed me. It's just it just tell me that our focus on a lot of things, our stance on a lot of things is ass backwards.
Stupid.
Because like, watch this. I just realized something. The same people that say they're for us, and because we black people, we make up the largest part of the population in the prison system in this country, right?
True.
Okay, so the same people that say they're for us are the same people who are advocating for these children that are being separated from their parents at the border, but they're not advocating for the children here in these courtrooms that are being separated from their parents.
That's why I don't care nothing about America. You know.
No, I ain't gonna say I don't care about America. That's going too far.
I don't care nothing about it.
You know, but I'm just like,
I'm being honest with you. I don't care nothing about it. I live my life in this America, whatever it's called.
right.
Like, I don't get it subject to none of their politics of who the president or who they finna lock up. Joe Biden getting this time.
Well, I
President getting this time. I don't care nothing about none of these people or what they got going on. You know, I just live my life, let them focus on them, and I focus on me. You feel what I'm saying?
understand. But, you know, if we all take that approach, nothing ever get done. If I just, as long as I'm straight,
You think at this point in your life, if you take a different approach, it's gonna do something to the world? You can't do nothing to change this world right
Hold
now.
on.
You could probably change your surroundings,
right.
but the whole world and how people think and what this world want to do and how they do it.
So I'm gonna give you some examples. So many single individuals have changed the world, whether for the better or for the worse. One individual has changed the world. Of course, they've had people around them. There's no one-man show, but just looking at the focus of what's his name, Hitler, for the worse. But this is one man.
I get
You know what I'm saying?
exactly what you're saying.
And so, yeah,
If you could change the world.
yeah. There's one man in every aspect of something who changed the world. There's only a few thousand people out of billions of people. There's only a handful of people who've changed the world.
And what when you say change the world, what is that? What is changing the world?
Changing the world around you. There's people that can change. We can change South Florida.
Around you.
We can change South Florida. And when you change South Florida, it began to go other places. Listen, man, at one time, okay, same-sex marriage, it was only legal in California. And then
Keep up with
once it started there, it's like, okay, now let's go somewhere else and let's do this again. Let's push for this. Let's advocate for this. And little by little, they changed the world. We, little by little, Colorado and
medical, and then
yeah, they started with medical. They started little by little. Say, hey, you know what? People need a little medical marijuana. We found medicinal purposes. They put it on the ballot. They said, let's vote on it. Yeah, okay, now we got medical marijuana. Like, all right, since medical, but listen, man, all these people listening to so little by little. All right, we're gonna allow. I'm starting here to learn how to talk about issues. You know what I'm saying, without being over emotional. Learn how to talk about issues that I might have a little bit of information on. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just talking off the top of my head like I've been doing most of my life. Because we talked before about how, you know, we as a people, we just jump on stuff based on our emotions and not on information. Before we read anything, you know, and not being that person because I done read a little something. Now I know it all. You know what I'm saying? Just being aware of what I can do and what I can't do.
I'm gonna change what's around me.
But that's where we got to start. Everybody want to change the world, but nobody want to start with itself. You know what I'm saying?
What you think if you had to change yourself, what would you change about you? Starting with your hair.
Starting with my hair. I probably wear it back a little more instead of. I started with myself in different areas, man. I started myself in talking about issues that are not even so much pertaining to me personally.
Stepping out of that box that you used to be in.
Stepping out of the box that I used to be in, the box that I grew up in, the box that I was told that I should be in.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with everybody around me as a human being like I'm a human being. And I started with that, just trying to get that in my head. I'm not the only one that got an issue. You know, just like on the immigration issue, there are people who are not immigrants, but whose family are immigrants. And they know the struggle that their family is going through trying to get here. I don't know what that feels like, but that's the issue. But that's not my issue.
I get it, but if you ain't got to be in that situation to know what that feels like.
Right.
Like to really actually know what that feel like, that's hard.
Yeah.
To be traveling, walking with your kids for miles.
Right.
Yeah.
Not
trying
knowing,
to get accepted for somewhere to live. Like,
right. I don't know what that feel like, but I don't know what it feel like for family members here to know that you got family members making that trek. I don't know what that feel like. I can only imagine what it feel like. But at the same time, like you said, what I changed, what I'm learning to understand is that everybody has their issues. One time I was talking with a gay friend of mine, right? And I made a joke because I thought we was okay, right? And I realized we wasn't really friends. We were associates. And he had this earring on. He had just come from the Pride Parade. Well, and he's like, what do you think of my earring? I was like, man, that looked really gay. But jokingly, everybody else laughed, right? And I'm like, he's like, he got serious. He said, why would you say something like that? But listen to what he said.
To your friend, guy.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I said, well, and I saw he got serious. I was like, okay, listen, I see you got serious. I didn't mean that disrespectfully. But then this is what he goes on to say. And I apologize. I said, listen, because I was told if the other person not laughing, it's not a joke. Okay, I said, listen, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I apologize for that. Then he goes, and you're black, and you know what the struggle is. And I'm like, hold on. I didn't say it out loud, but I'm like, is this dude really equating the struggle of being gay with the struggle of being black? My tongue, because I understand he was in a place right now where he wasn't going to hear anything, and I'm not sure if he did genuinely feel offended. But like I said,
He just was trying to show you that it's different ways.
it's a
of being
different, it's different ways. It's disrespectful.
And you should know that by being a black man, we get disrespected all the time, and you just come out and disrespect me like that.
I understand that, and I got that part. I heard that more than once. Have you ever been followed in a store because somebody suspected you were gay? Have you ever been walking past a woman or a crowd of women and watch each of them clutch their purses because you're walking by because you might be gay? Hell no. Do you know what it's like to stand at a light as a black man and be standing on the corner waiting to cross the street and watch doors lock as you stand at the light as if you're going to attack somebody at their car?
No, but it's still a different thing.
No, I understand that.
It's still a different type of disrespect that comes from them type of people. They get it in a worse way sometimes.
I understand that.
Just being that is like, it hurts people. You know, you how many people that's gay you think you done disrespected in your life? Or why you use the word in a disrespectful way? You feel what I'm saying? You use the word in a disrespectful way. Like, why you ain't say, damn, that earring look black? Why you ain't say it like that?
Right.
Like, you saying that, why you ain't say it in a good way instead of a disrespectful way? That was disrespectful.
Because, and I'm going to give you a little more backstory, because in previous interactions, those types of things had already been said. But now this also goes back to what our old saying. This is why I don't play. This is why you don't play with people. Because when you open that door, it opens the door for disrespect. So he opened that door, and I fell into it, and I was disrespectful in his sight.
And you lucky he ain't over disrespect you, like overly disrespect you. It's your friend that you know he gay, and you gonna say some shit like that. Like, come on.
I don't want to say we got over it, but like I said, it was a person I'm learning. I learned more and more not what I call a friend and what I call not a friend. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, Facebook done watered that word all the way down. Oh, you my friend. We friends on Facebook. You my friend. I realize what old people used to say. Son, what I'm tell you, you only get a few friends in life. You probably be able to count. You should be able to count them on one hand. I'm like, I got a whole squad of friends. That's what I thought. You know, I was just, as he was offended, you know, I was offended, you know, and trying to equate the gay struggle with the black struggle. We all got our own struggles, but I'm not going to try to compare my struggle to somebody else's struggle. We all got ours. I'm not trying to make one struggle higher than we all have them. But one thing that people don't acknowledge is that what most of the agendas that are being, when I say agendas, these things are being pushed on civil rights that we fought for. And everybody else is getting the benefit of the civil rights except for us. Acknowledgement of issues. In Texas, unpopulated area, just family in the house, mass shooting. But get down to Miami, triple shooting.
No mask.
No mask. No attention.
You want that attention on.
It's not that. It's not what I'm talking about.
They're not giving it.
We're not getting the help that we need. Okay. We're not getting the help.
Let's say if they was to make that mass, would it get more publicity?
It would get more money to the police department. It would get more police on the streets. It would get more everything. Instead of just get money. Now, when they get shootings, they just get more money for weapons. I was thinking about a little investing. We never really hear. There's these new stores they're trying to come up. Right, something came across I get a morning reading. It's called Morning Brew. It gives you a little bit of news, a little bit of business, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and this thing called VinHub. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be dropping these automated convenience stores where you can just order what you want, a pack of cigarettes, some lighter, and it'll be ready in like 1.6 minutes. We can just drive up and grab your stuff. You don't have to worry about getting out and going into a store and doing all that. And they're saying that what they're trying to launch this, they're trying to get investors to go into this to get these stores on a mass level. What you think about that?
Sounds like something to do.
Dude, would you be interested in do you think that you would use a automated convenience store in comparison to running into the store? In fact, salt and vinegar chips.
People do that all the time right now. Sit home and want they bought to them.
Right, they have delivered.
Yeah. So why not if I could pre-prepare my water and just slide up in a drive-thru and pick it up and go. Oh, okay, like that.
You see, it's a container. You just drop that anywhere. You drop off your stove. Bam. And there you go. But the only thing I'm trying to understand is how would the location and the space work?
Walmart will try to take that type of thing and put it in their parking lot.
Well, yeah, but if you get on, if you invest in your own store or you invest in the stock of it, if Walmart buy it, you making out.
I'm pretty sure somebody would love to go there, but you have to have that in a good area, 24/7. People be looking at that as like a place to go rob. Man.
That's the issue.
Probably
Because you still got to get out of your car. Based on what I just saw right there, you got to get out your car. And so if I'm gonna get out my car and go there, then maybe I might just go ahead and go in the store.
It's just like how they used to have like this back in the days, have like the vending machines outside. That still should make a lot of money.
It depends on what you're buying everything at. Depending on what you're paying them.
If you had a chance to explore and go on a dive to 12,000 feet.
Nope.
And you know they said take them like not 12 hours just to do that.
Just to descend.
Just to go down and come back up.
But you know what they said, right? They said if they do find it,
They
how they
can't
gonna pull
even
it
get
up?
it
They ain't got no way to get it up. They're like, okay, we found it. All right, so now we got it.
Break that open or what?
They speculated they only have enough breathing time till tomorrow morning.
They did.
Enough air, enough oxygen
That's crazy though, ain't it?
to go see the Titanic.
Now I did hear somebody say that they heard something down there.
But they can't tell if
y'all
it's.
need to stop that.
But they
Why
say
y'all putting on like this? You know what I'm
maybe
saying?
they're trying to get people hope. Man, the people still good.
Ain't no hope for that, man.
But here's what they said. How do you think that would be the best way for them to survive? They said, what if they restricted their breathing and they talk less? And if they slept most of the time, that they would save the oxygen. I'm like, is that what you're thinking about when you're stranded on the bottom of the ocean? Hey, shh. Be quiet. Come on, be quiet, man. Go to sleep, bro.
They coming. Somebody coming. Oh, that looked like somebody. Oh, that was a shark. Oh, my bad. That wasn't nobody.
No, I can't see it, man. But I heard another report. They said they had people that warned them that something like this was going to happen, and they kept on doing this anyway.
Even the man that was on it said it was problems with.
So I want to make sure I'm clear. So you saying you wouldn't go on that?
Hell no, man. I don't even ride roller coasters.
I remember seeing a video. This was a few years ago. It was right off the coast of, I think, Fort Lauderdale, Pompano, South Florida. And it was people swimming, and from the area it was sharks, like just feet away from
the
them.
area.
Yeah, it was a school of sharks, and they didn't even know it. They just, they having fun. These sharks like, yeah, you gonna slide or what? I can't do that.
Oh, man. How about, what his name? What's your president's son?
Hunter.
Hunter.
What about him?
him?
Ain't nothing happened to him. What about him? He got off. He got misdemeanor probation. Couple years, he's straight.
Yeah, but the world is mad. We got some people over here saying that's a slap on the wrist. He should have got this.
Well,
He should have got that.
I mean, there's a lot more stuff that needs to be looked into, but I don't know when they're gonna look into it. But I remember when Wesley, because they said he got the same thing that. Well, there was a deal that most people would have gotten. I remember Wesley Snipes. I think it was like $3 million in back
went to
taxes.
prison.
But Wesley
Snipes went to prison.
Trial.
No, he couldn't take no trial.
Yes, he did.
He took it to trial. Did Wesley Snipes take it to trial?
Wesley Snipes went to trial and lost and got, once the Fed say something and they give you a plea, you better take it.
This nigga didn't file tax for 2 years. Snipes was convicted in February on 3 misdemeanor counts.
I know a lot of people.
U.S. District Judge William Terrell Hodges handed down the maximum sentence and said he felt it was important to create a general deterrent against tax defiance. The judge said prison officials would notify Snipes when to begin serving his sentence. Snipes said he would appeal the verdict, but prosecutors vowed to oppose any request to allow him to remain free on bond, but still had not filed tax returns for the years 1999 through 2007, or paid any taxes prior to Thursday.
That's why you gotta let them people take their taxes off the top.
Well, if he did go to trial, that's on him. He got off then, especially if he got off in just 2-3 years.
With his status and who he is, that man ain't supposed to went to no jail.
Yeah, that's what we're arguing.
I ain't supposed to
The argument is that why you gonna do that to that man regardless? But the president,
you know why? Because he hard headed, and after they give him a deal and you don't want to take it, anytime you go to trial, let Biden's son would have went to trial without taking these deals that they giving him. They sweeten the pot up for him to take the deal to plead guilty. But if you don't want to plead it,
but what was he initially offered?
Dang, we don't know all
I know
that. We know he was facing 15 and 10 years for them charges.
What was that Will Smith movie? 6 Degrees of Separation, man. That's all. That's all I'm saying. We know every case has its own parameters and differences and this and that. We just talking about 2 famous people, one white, one black, both owe back taxes. One got a gun charge with their tax problem. Gun charge, we ain't worry about that. Give some probation. Black man, famous movie star at that time. Okay, then final back tax. You know, all right, word with you, give you a chance to make this up. All right, 3 years. No,
It's different.
I understand it's different. It's different because he's black.
No,
Yeah, and it's a different time period. And
trust
I
me,
think that's the more interesting
I
part.
could
It's a different time
guarantee
period.
you.
it's a time period
Could have
also.
done this before the election when they found all this out, but they didn't. They waited and
Yeah.
waited to that lull between the election.
Right now, because it has time to die
The
out.
less it hurts them is right now.
It has time to die out now.
He wouldn't have been president if they would have brought this up before.
Right.
So there is.
It's hard, you know, trying to make a change within yourself when outside of you, there's so many other things that's going on that's going contrary to what you want to do or what you want to be. But what I do know is this, that, you know, change has to start with yourself. As he always say, you know, in your house, what's going on in your house? You know, it has to start in the house. That's where it starts at. You know, one man helps change his family. One family help change his street. One street help change that block. One block help change a neighborhood. One neighborhood help change a city. One city help change a county.
Domino.
One county help change a region. And one region help change a state. You know, but it's got to start with one person.
Yeah.
You know,
Got to start with you.
it's got to start. It's got to start. You know, and so we're not here to be controversial, but we talk about controversial things. I'm not here to agree with anybody or to argue with anybody. I'm here to exercise my constitutional right to speak on issues and to speak on issues that are important to me and are important to you. You know, I'm allowed to disagree with you, right?
That's real.
And you're allowed to disagree with me.
For sure.
And,
That's what it's here for.
And I don't believe in all issues that are being presented in the media, and I don't disagree. What I do believe that the media has the right to do
What's
is
their opinion?
voice their opinion. If I don't like what they're saying, as my grandma used to say, just change the channel. You know, and you know, one thing I've done personally in business, you know, they said, I said to myself, I said, if I can't climb the ladder of success, build your own ladder. You know, so I'm not trying to climb anybody else's ladder. If you build your own ladder, then you got all the room to move up as you want. You don't have to worry about nobody trying to hand you anything. You know, so that's where I'm at. I'm not looking for nobody to give me a voice.
Use your own.
Use my own voice. You know, and that's what we're here to do, man, to be a voice for everybody.
For sure. For
Sure. So if you want to make a change got to start with
You.
And when the change starts with you, and you'll be able to be honest with yourself about what's really going on, some change can take place.
And that's real. That's real.
Self-honesty has got to start with that first. We love y'all.